Hi and welcome to Edviro Academy. I'm Vishnudas, founder and head of maths and physics at Edviro. In the next few minutes, I will show you who we are, how we support your child through their GCSEs, and why hundreds of parents trust us to get their children to target grades and beyond. Edviro is an online learning platform built specifically for students in year 9, 10 and 11. And our mission is simple: help your child succeed at GCSE through visual learning, structured live lessons and exam-focused coaching. Every week we run live interactive lessons in maths, sciences, that's physics, chemistry, biology and English, all delivered by qualified UK teachers including active examiners, and that matters because our teachers mark real exam papers. Every lesson is built around what actually earns marks, not just what's on the syllabus, and the results speak for themselves. Mila went from a grade 5 to grade 9 in both maths and science. Rafi went from 6s to getting 8s and 9s. Max jumped from a 5 to 8 in just 2 months. And in 2025, Aaron secured grade 9s in maths and science. Saj went from struggling to highest scoring in her class and grade 9s for GCSEs. These aren't exceptions across our core subject. Our students are averaging grade 8s and 9s with the coaching. Now, if your child is in year 9 or about to start, this is the single most important time to act. The habits and foundations built now decides the grade they walk out with in year 11. And as a parent, your role in that journey is pivotal. Let me show you exactly how it works. My name is Vishnudas Harry. I'm the founder of Edviro Academy. My educational background is in engineering. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a master's degree in engineering management and a master's degree in mechanical engineering as well. And for the past 12 years, I've been teaching GCSE students for year 9, 10, 11 and A-level students for maths and physics. And for the past 5 years, I've been also working as a university lecturer at Anglia Ruskin University in Chelmsford, Essex. And for the past 3 years, I've been also teaching higher national certificate, HNC and BTEC courses as a technical lecturer in Kent. So that's my educational background. I am also the head of maths and physics for Edviro Academy. And with that being said, let's get started with the contents. And firstly, I work with examiners and teachers as well. And one of the major problems that I get to know and understand from parents in year 9, 10 and 11 is what content must be taught in year 9, 10 and 11. This is subjective to school, and what that means is schools decide what contents need to be taught. So if you take 2 or 3 different schools, the content timeline is different, the content itself is different. So students, although they write the same exam in year 11, the content variation, the delivery, the style, the exam pass exam paper, there's no singularity between any of the schools. It differs quite a lot. And with this comes a problem, which is not following scheme of work. Scheme of work is essentially a simple document which tells teacher what to do every week. It's a planner. Now, in the UK, currently, there is a shortage of teachers. So there are no expert teachers for maths, sciences, and English. Or you might have come across this issue last year or this year, which is a major problem because your child is entering GCSE years and we need subject experts to make sure students understand what's being taught. A lot of schools are understaffed, and therefore, is it managed correctly? And if your child is having a gap in knowledge, is that tracked? Are you able to track it? Is the school able to track it? I'm going to show you that is one of the biggest issue, because in 2026, 40,000 plus teachers resigned from their jobs in England, and number of students increased by about 10%, which results in less attention per student and running late with GCSE content. This is a major one. There's less exam time for prep. Let me explain how I know this. Last batch, year 11 batch, students told me, Vish, this particular topic was not taught in physics at all. And there was so much of content left out to be taught by the schools. Schools were continuously teaching those contents even in year 11. They were late to deliver the entire GCSE curriculum. And that is one of the major problems that's happening in the UK. And let me show you prove that with some stats here. You can see this is the GCSE maths results here. 40% of students failed a GCSE math exam in 2023. In 2024, 41% students failed GCSE math exam. In 2025, 42% students failed GCSE math exam. And you can verify this yourself by going to this link at analytics.gov.uk, and you can click on just one subject for the year 2025. You can see the interactive chat here. Only about 3.2% of students get to a grade 9, and a lot of students under grade 4 is all failures. You can verify this yourself. We had the highest failure rate in the UK in 2025, which clearly indicates there's something going wrong in the education system in the UK. How come 42% students fail their GCSE exams, right? Now, the common mistakes I always tell parents to avoid is not giving attention until it's too late. And this is because a lot of students, they do not understand the assessment objectives. And I'm not trying to go through this in detail, but here is an important thing where students get caught out, which requires time to develop. AO1, assessment objective number 1, for regardless of any exam board and subjects, your child is learning knowledge and understanding. You're learning contents, new content. AO2 is application of the same knowledge, which is about 40%. AO3, analyze information and ideas. For AO2 and AO3, which is application of the same content, it takes time, which is problem solving skills, analytical skills that needs to be developed. So it is not just memorizing, understanding the concept. That's AO1, just 40%. This is why a lot of students, a lot of capable students, they are very intelligent, but they fail to apply the content onto the paper and demonstrate that they know and understand and analyze the information, and hence they lose the marks. They are very good at memorizing, they remember everything, but that is not the assessment objective. And this has changed since the 9-to-1 grading system has come up. It's a lot more application based rather than just knowing the knowledge. So this part requires training from year 9 onwards. So this here, as you see, is the perfect timeline for a GCSE student. The yellow bar here shows year 9 content. We need 50% of GCSE content to be covered in year 9. Moving to year 10, the orange bar, a lot of preparation needed for year 10 with a bit of overlap from the contents in year 9, and 80% of GCSE content must finish in year 10. All throughout year 9 and 10, there must be exam practice. You see, imagine your child getting that exam coaching, some sort of exam touch in year 9 and in year 10. Then they move on to year 11. They're stronger, they're familiar, there's no surprises left, and that's the whole goal of the course. You see, when they move to year 11, they shouldn't have ideally any more new topics to be taught. There's nothing should be brand new to them. They should be familiar with it, which is when they can focus heavily on past exam paper in year 11. I just wanted to touch that year 11 is a shorter academic year. It runs from September and ends in April. May, June is exam time. So it's only 8 months that your child is getting with a 2 set of mock exams in year 11. Let me show you the timeline. But before that, here is what really happens. In year 9, schools don't cover as much as they used to. With gap in knowledge developed, and they move to year 10, a lot of overlap. In year 10, they don't finish the content. They move to year 11, which is where they push maximum content. Teachers rush to finish the content, which they could have finished by end of year 10, and less exam practice. The exam practice in year 11 just happens 2 months before the exam, which is not enough to develop the skill needed for assessment objective number 2 and 3. This is why starting early is real advantage. And I always say this to parents, the biggest advantage you have with your child right now is time. You have good enough time to prepare and pull your child onto track and guide them in a correct manner because you have time. If your child is in year 10, they only have about an year to fix this. If your child is in year 11, they have to go with what they have. You see, so you have the time for preparation. That's the biggest advantage. And here comes the question, how we can help your child to achieve top GCSE grades with world-class teaching. So here is who we are. We are examiners, qualified teachers, engineers, and doctors who are teaching your child and preparing your child for GCSEs. We specifically focus on year 9, 10, and 11, and that's it. And we put all our energy into perfecting this course so that your child is exam ready. And that is what we are providing for students. So I want to introduce you to our teachers. This is myself, Vishnudas, and I'm teaching maths and physics for year 9, 10, and 11. And my experience is in engineering, and I've been teaching for 11 to 12 years. Chemistry is taught by Lakvir, head of chemistry at Edviro, degree in chemistry, master's in chemistry, qualified teacher from King's College London, 20 years of experience teaching GCSE in private school and for A-levels as well. Currently, she's a GCSE and A-level examiner for Edexcel examining board. And biology is taught by Saba, head of biology at Edviro, masters in neuroscience from King's College London, bachelor's in biochemistry, qualified teacher, 12 years of experience, and she's also teaching chemistry and biology at this point. English is taught by Ash and Liz, degree in English literature, master's in English literature, SALTA qualification from University of Cambridge, 12 years plus experience teaching GCSE and IGCSE in the private sector. And Ash is also an English examiner as well. And we have biology and our course coordinator, who is Dr. Vandana, Bachelor of Science in Biology and Dr. MBBS. And Vandana manages our course. She's a course coordinator, 3 years of experience teaching GCSEs as well. And that's our team, and our course timeline for year 9 is here. So if your child is starting with our course in September, which is a fresh cohort, brand new cohort for year 9, by September 2026, by July 2027, we will have finished 50% of GCSE content, solving grade 6 level questions, right? This is with exam practice. Every lesson will have exam practice. In August, we will take our summer lesson. There's a short break in July, but just in August 2027, we will have a revision lessons happening, our summer lessons, and your child then goes to year 10 in September 2027, next academic year. By end of June 2028, which is end of year 10, we will have finished 80 to 90% of GCSE content, and you can expect your child realistically to be at a grade 7 level. We will finish this 80 to 90% of content, whether the school finishes or not. We will have covered it from our side. Therefore, when your child is going to year 11 in September 2028, we will have covered about 90%, and just before their year 11 mocks, we will cover 100% of GCSE exam. Why is this timeline important? Because in year 11, it is all about revision. Majority, at least 4 to 5 months of year 11 is set apart just for revision. And this is achieved through this timeline, which I've just shown you here. Your child will be writing GCSEs in 2029. By Jan, once you get the results of that mock exam, we still have 4 months to fix the final fixes, the tweaks to be done. There's 4 months. There's enough time. There's enough room for your child to get there. That is our Edviro timeline. To achieve this, how do we deliver our program? We are very unique in terms of teaching and providing materials to students. So let's see what is on our course. Firstly, we are very visualized lessons for every GCSE maths topic, 900 plus exam board specific tutorials, worksheet for every topic from past exam paper, weekly interactive live lessons with our expert teacher. And I'm going to go in depth about our interactive live lessons. Each of these lessons are recorded at the same time of it being live and interactive. So if your child is missing a lesson, you can still go back and revisit that lesson for revision purpose. There will be homework for every single lesson, which is taken directly from past exam paper. So think of your child doing Edviro homework, which is also a past exam paper for a very long time. Your child will have covered every single question from past exam paper. Homework, video solutions, and community access as well. Let me show you from the platform how this works. So here is our GCSE visualized masterclass, right? This is exclusive to Edviro. Every single topic in GCSE maths is covered here. So this is in addition to the live lesson that your child will have access to. Let us say your child was taught a particular topic at school, which is coordinate geometry, and a gradient of a line was taught at school, and your child struggled to understand that topic, you don't need to wait for our lesson. We don't need to wait for another person to clear the doubts. You can just come onto our platform, and here comes a detailed animated video lesson on that specific topic. It is very detailed. If your child is following the specific lesson in that order, there will be no gap in knowledge. And that's the idea. It is very visualized, so you can remember those concepts easily. You have to understand these three concepts for that particular topic. It is completely visualized, and students tend to remember this topic quite a lot. So this is the idea for any specific topic: algebraic proof, trigonometric graph, concurrent triangles, areas, sectors, bearings. All of these topics are covered here. These are all subtopics that your child will need to go through and understand those specific topics. It's all explained in here. Now, this is what I meant by the animated video lessons. And here is the 900 plus exam board tutorials. So here is a topic on direct proportion. If I just scroll down, you can see these are all past exam paper questions based on that specific topic. So if your child was struggling with a topic and did not understand that topic, this is the exact same question which I've solved, showing them step-by-step method to solve that particular one. It's a 4-mark question here. Scroll down, you will see the worksheet and solution. Worksheet is a specific worksheet from that topic alone. So once your child has gone through a topic, you can find the worksheet and solution on our platform to go through revision purposes. So that's the idea of visualized lesson, 900 plus exam board specific tutorials and worksheets. Now coming to our weekly interactive live lesson. Let me take you to a sample weekly interactive live lesson. So here is a weekly interactive live lesson. It is also recorded at the same time. Obvious step. So that is me being live here. This is my shared screen, and I'm chatting and I'm talking to students in our live lesson. Now, I just want to be very clear about the format of our live lesson. It is a group live lesson, and the form of interaction, students can chat with the teacher at any time. Specific questions, any questions that your child is asking from that specific topic will be answered by the teacher. Now, the chat is not public, which means students don't see each other. They don't see each other's chat. So even if your child is a bit shy, your question is coming directly to the teacher, not any other students, which creates a discipline in terms of chat. And we are very efficient in going through those questions. So in one lesson, we go through the concept. So here I'm explaining the concept and then move on to exam questions needed for that specific topic. So here we are building it with a simple question and moving on to past exam paper question, which is slightly harder. And that is a format of a lesson. The number of students in a group lesson, this can vary between 40 to 50 in a specific cohort. The live attendees are about 30 students because some students have other activities. They rely on the recording of the lesson. However, because our chats are managed and we have moderators, any question your child is asking, we will answer it. Now, coming to homework solution. So just after the live lesson, we post homework solution. This is the homework that they need to complete in that week. This is based on what we are teaching. So you can click and download the homework here. And this is our homework based on the topic which we have been teaching. So you can download it. And it also comes with solutions as well. If your child is still struggling, there will be a video solution just below the homework. So lesson, homework comes video solution as well. I am solving each of that homework in detail for that video solution. After we have completed certain number of lessons, we have an assessment. Certain number of lessons, we have assessment. So we have regular assessment with full feedback given based on specific topics, and we don't let anyone to be drifting away from our teaching. And moving to any other subject, this will be the same format for sciences. You can see the live lesson, that is LAQUIR here. Homework solutions are homework from that specific topic, which is all taken from past exam papers. So for chemistry, you can see these are all past exam paper questions taken based on that one topic. And of course, homework video solution. And just to let you know, this is an examiner who's giving students the homework video solution on what to do. And that is a real advantage. I mentioned about our lessons are visualized. All of our lessons are very visualized. So here I'm explaining Newton's laws, and our visualization come in handy here. I'm explaining each and every single scenario where it is coming through. So this is the power of visualization, and I go through all those scenarios in detail with students before we get to past exam paper question. And that is the real power of visualization. We go through every single scenarios before we go through past exam paper questions. But just after that, the homework again is a past exam paper question based on what we have taught. So this is what I taught that week, and you will have access to all these question papers to do. Everything is taken from past exam paper. If I just go back to our dashboard, you can see all our courses here. Here is a masterclass right there. And here is Edviro student community. If you click there, students have access to exclusive community where they are asking us questions. Here is the year 9 discussions. You can ask us questions from specific topics in here. Anytime your child has a question, you can ask us here and we get back to you in person right there. And this is our platform where students will have access to. Now, that's how we prepare students for GCSEs, having access to all of this. Everything is covered. Here is one of our parents. My son has rewatched your maths video, and just from the first lesson, he has decided to change his approach to learning. He finds your method easy to follow, likes the fact that you get straight to the point by solving actual question. Big shift in him, thanks. And here is Max. Max went from a 5 to 8 in just 2 months, and Ben got an actual 8 and 8 in combined science. Ben did not have specialist teachers in his school, and this is our conversation with his dad. This is Mila. In 2022, she went from grades 5 and 6 all the way to 8 and 9. And this is Rafi. Rafi in 2023 got grade 8s and 9s. You can see the video on our website. A lot more reviews here. I'm not going through all of it, but this is Sachleen. In 2025 results, Sachleen got 6 grade 9s, and this is an Instagram page from her school. And this is Sach. A video review is on our website explaining how the experience was, which she gained a lot of confidence for her sciences and maths and English as well. This results is from Aaron. Aaron recently moved from India, and he struggled to understand the curriculum and the content, and he took maths and science with Edviro, where he achieved all grade 9 for maths, biology, chemistry and physics. And here comes a lot more results from 2025. Akshaya grade 9, Anju 8, 9, 9 here, 8 here, and Sarish 9. Went from 3s to 4s to 5s, and I got a 7 in maths, 9 here, 7, 8 and 9s. And this is Trisha. Trisha says significant improvement of mine, 9 in physics from my 5 at the start of year 11. And thank you for all your support. A lot more reviews here. You can just Google us, Edviro Academy UK, and you will find all of our recent Google reviews here. This is some of our newest Google reviews. Great course. My son is currently preparing for his GCSEs and started since his year 9 with Edviro Academy. The review of past exam paper and test done at intervals help with consolidation of learning undertaken during lessons. I'm pleased with Edviro Academy. And Geeta says, we enroll our daughter in Edviro Academy for chemistry and physics over the past year, and the difference is remarkable. A lot more reviews are here for you to check. So if I just come back, and if you would like to join our course, this is a proper exam preparation, not just any casual tuition to support academics. This is proper GCSE exam prep. And if you compare to one-to-one lessons, one-to-one lesson can cost anywhere between 50 to 60 being a qualified teacher and an examiner. But at Edviro, our pricing is really great. If you're starting out now, a private tutor can cost you anywhere between 50 to 100 pounds per lesson. Our normal pricing is 15 to 18 pounds per lesson, but a special offer for today, if you're registering, is starting from 5 pounds per lesson. Very cost effective. And if your child is currently in year 8 moving to year 9 in September, and you're watching this video in July or in August, our registrations are open by paying a £60 deposit to secure your spot. So spaces are currently getting filled. Please register as soon as possible. And now comes the fees. The lessons are structured from September until July, which is 11 months. And here is our ultimate bundle payment plan exclusively for year 9. This is for maths, sciences, and English. 11-month course, September 2026 to July 2027. We will have overall about 260 to 280 live lessons. And remember, you have access to expert teaching, everything that I showed you on our platform, exams, assessments, topic-specific homeworks, community access, all of that for 1,680, a full package, 4 monthly payments. It is not a one-time payment. It is also broken to 4 monthly payments of 420, and that works out to be just £6 per lesson, saving 970. It's broken 420 in September. So if you're registering with us with a £60 deposit, that will be deducted from this 420, and you're paying 360 in September and 420 in October, November, and December. But your course will run until end of July next year. Now, we also do have other bundles like the monthly payment plan and the 6 monthly payment plans, which cost slightly more, and this is because of the frequency of payment. All of our payment plan, even the ultimate bundle payment plan, comes with a cancel anytime policy. This is one of our most popular bundle, the maths and science bundle. The course duration again is 11 months, September to July 2027. There will be 16 to 19 live lessons a month. You can join in for monthly payments, which is £160 per month with a cancel anytime policy, or 6 monthly payments of £250. This means you're paying £250 for the next 6 months starting from September, but the course will run until end of July. You're paying for the first 6 months, not the last 5 months, which also comes with a cancel anytime policy. And particularly for English, Ash and Liz will be teaching English. We will cover language and literature for English. We are currently compatible with AQA exam board. If your child has any other exam board like EduCAS, Edexcel, or OCR, please get in touch with us so we can check the compatibility. But in year 9, we should be all right with the compatibility, but the assessment objectives are exactly the same. The text could be different. This is why we just need to check the compatibility before you join in for English courses. Now, English, if you're just going for English, English comes with a 620 one-time payment for 11 months and or a monthly payment of £70. And this is a limited time offer, which means you will need to secure your spot by paying £60, which is completely refundable in September if you wish not to go towards the course as well. So let me take you to our policies to protect you from any risk and trying our courses. We offer a 14-day full refund guarantee on all one-time payments and a cancel anytime policy with monthly payments, including the ultimate bundle payments. Monthly payment plans and installments are direct debit with a cancel anytime policy, which means once you have accessed our course, attended live lessons, then if you wish not to continue further, you just need to let us know before the next billing cycle, which will be in 30 days, and we will simply cancel it for you. And therefore, there's no notice period, there's no contract, you absolutely have no risk in trying our lessons. Now, here is a sample lesson timing for year 9. This is slightly variable in September, but it will remain pretty much the same. So we will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday lessons between 5:30 and 7 p.m. And maybe there could be a lesson on Sunday, but this is our current year 9, which we are planning to change. We will have a lesson slot on Friday, but at the time of recording this video, we did not have a specific lesson timing for year 9, which is variable. But if you're going for the ultimate bundle, you can expect lessons on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday between 5:30, and it will be a set timetable. And if your child is having any other activity, let's say on a Tuesday evening, then that lesson is recorded. You can go back and rewatch that lesson before next week's lesson as well. If you have any specific questions after watching this video, please get in touch with us. My team and I will be happy to help you and get you on board for your child for year 9 starting GCSEs. Thank you very much for listening to this, and I look forward to you seeing your child from September.